Hello, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of What's in Armani Bari podcast. I'm your host, Armani, and I'd like to thank you for being here with me. This is episode 3. Thanks for being here. So this episode, well, first, let me say welcome back. 2, I believe this is Women's History Month. Happy Women's History Month. Happy MS Warriors Month for those people that are facing multiple sclerosis. I am a MS warrior. I will be doing the walk. It is May 2nd, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the link. Please come join me. I will be doing a walk in Philadelphia, so please come join me at the Rocky Steps. That's where we usually start from. But this episode is part 2 of Back to Trini. I want to talk about my journey, how it went, how to get there, how you can get there, joining on the fun. So make sure if you're listening to audio, you tap into the YouTube version because YouTube will have the visuals. So I do thank you for my audio listeners, but this episode is definitely a visual episode. So definitely tap in on YouTube so that you can see all the visuals that I will have up on the screen as I navigate through this episode. So let me just say I did the Epic Carnival experience with Epic. They're just promoters that put this cruise together. We were on the Royal Caribbean boat. It was an older boat, Rhapsody of the Seas, I believe it was called Rhapsody. It was one of their older boats. However, it was still a boat. We did the ocean view room, and it was a big window. Like, it wasn't the little tiny port if you've been on cruises. It was that little tiny porthole that you get. I know Carnival is notorious for the little tiny window. I mean, it is small. It's not tiny, but this one was a big, giant window. So did we have a good time? Yes, we did. My mom had, and I went with my mom. So how many people get to jump up, have fun with their mother? She's going to be 70 this year. I'm not going to age her just yet. We got a couple months to go before her birthday. But when she saw this cruise, and we do Carnival so much. I've been doing Trini Carnival for years, like since 2010. I've been jumping up and playing math, so I'm very seasoned. But we've been playing as a family, just as a mother and daughter duo for years. And so this year she'll be 70. And she's still outside. And like my mom's 2 years retired, so she really outside. And it's just a blessing that I get to do it with her. So getting into the episode, what is Carnival? I mean, you can Google it, but basically, it's just a remembrance of the past. They say it basically started from the abolishment of slavery, and when that ended, and it was just like remembrance and just what they did. It was something they were doing before it ended, like mocking, basically like the owner, something like that. But you could Google it. The history to get the real hard facts on it. That's just what I remember of it. But basically, it's a celebration. In my family history, I believe I talked about it before, but it's definitely on my social media page. I am like my great grandfather is part of emancipation in the U.S. So I feel like it's still a celebration for me as well, even though I'm not truly Caribbean. But you would think, as much as I go to these things and do these things, I got Trinidadians calling me Trini. Like, I go so much. But that's all love. Like, thank you. All love. Thank you for showing me love. But yeah, basically I am a Trinidadian at this point. It is like my second home. I love it there. Like, that's my place to be. Like, I feel at home when I'm there. So I definitely feel like my ancestors came from the islands. Maybe it was Trinidad. I would have to do my ancestry to really find out, like, if that was where they came from. I definitely got some Indian in me. How do you get into it? Once you do Carnival one time, or you know somebody that does it and they link you to a band, like I already put this out there on my first episode, Trini Jungle Juice, they have all not every single band, but majority of the major bands they have listed, the major parties they have listed. So definitely tap in. That is a very trusted site. They'll have the links where to go, where to get your tickets. How, they basically has a portal to get into it, and then once you get into it, then once your social media gets that algorithm going, like you'll be up to date with all of how you get into Carnival, because it'll be just be tagging you and linking you, and it'll be on your For You page, and you'll just be in the loop now. But definitely, if you want to experience something like this, like a Trinidad Carnival, the cruise, I thought it was very expensive at first. I was like, oh, that's just so expensive. But mom was doing it, so let me do it. It was so worth my dollars. Oh my gosh. Like, because we're already booked for next year. Like, we had such a good time. My mom was like, lock that in. She wanted to lock it in. Before we even got off the boat, they were, of course, promoting for next year. So before we got off the boat, she was like, lock that in. So we did it. I can say what upped the price for us on the last one was we financed it, because the deposit you had to put down was really big at first. It was like almost $1,000. And I was like, I'm not putting $1,000 down right now this second just to book it. So we financed it where you had to put zero down, but that also upped it like $1,000, like the price, because we financed it. So this go around, we X the finance part because the deposit wasn't as big as it was last year for us, because of when we booked it. So that made the price drop like $1,000 right there. But it was worth it, because if you've been on cruises before, one is 9 days, it's all inclusive. Your drink package is included in the price. And if you ever been on a cruise, whatever their top tier drink packages, whatever the boat may call it, whatever cruise line you may be on, they're normally $150 to $180 a day. So it's like, it's 9 days of basically Henny punch. Like, you get any of the top tier liquors, Patron, Henny, Moet. They have Moet. Like, whatever you want to drink, they have it on that boat for sure. Whatever mix up you could think of, they're mixing it, they're remixing it. It's yours. And as much as you want, unlimited for 9 days. Like, just know the bar is open and you can have whatever you want. So just make sure you have your cup. They do give you a cup on board, but just make sure you cover your cup. And happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. So you'll be seeing me sipping. St. Patty's Day is in a few days. I am Irish. Yes, one of my family last names has a Mick in it, so we are Irish. So happy St. Patty's. Easter is coming up, so that's what my backdrop is giving Easter. But anyhow, back on task. So the drink package is included, and if you think about, let's see, let me do the math. Let me do the math real quick while we talking about it. So your drink package is included. Let's see, I'm paying maybe $3,200, and maybe you be like $3,200. It's all inclusive. It's 9 days on a boat with food. So you say $3,200, divide that by 9. That's like $355 a day. All right, $355 a day. Remember, that also includes your taxes and everything, because you do got to tip them. They are waiting on you hand and foot, and they really do wait on you hand and foot, which is phenomenal. Like, I applaud them. Like, thank you. Like, they always making sure you got a drink in your hand. They making sure you good at like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Even in your room, like even our room lady, like we extra tipped her because she made sure our beds was made, our room was clean. Like, they cleaning your room, they making your bed, they bring you fresh towels every day. Like, our room lady was everything. So we definitely made sure we brought extra money to tip her. But yeah, definitely tip your people if they doing a good job. They always got your cup filled. Like, he a really good bartender. Make sure you tip them. Like, absolutely, tips are very well welcome. Yeah, you might have paid it already. However, they do look for those extra tips. Like, if you can do an extra tip, they do thank you for that, because they do work off of tips. Like, not per se, but they welcome the extra tips. And they deserve it. Like, some of them really do deserve it. Like, always smiling. This one guy, he just put the sanitizer stuff in our hand. When I tell you, he was always smiley, happy, dancing. Like, he was just every day. All he did was give me sanitizer in my hand, and I loved it. Like, that's what they do. That's what they do for you. All right. So 3,200, I'm gonna say, is our next fee, and that's per person. And when my girlfriend saw it, she was like, $7,000. You know, I could do $7,000. That's not solo. It's 7,000 for two. However, let's break it down. So that's $355 a day, right? That includes your liquor, your food, and your board for the day, because it's 9 days. So let's break down the liquor now. So we say liquor could be anywhere from $150 to $180 per day. So let's put it down the middle. So let's say liquor's $165. $165 a day times 9 days. So that's $1,485. So almost $1,500. So let's say your liquor package for 9 days is $1,500. So 3,200 minus that 1,500. We already talking 1,700 for the cruise itself, and divide that by 9. Hold on, mixing that up. And divide that by 9. So that's $188 just for your board a day. I still think that's worth it, because that becomes your board and your food. Because that 1,500 was really liquor, because you have the top tier, and it's not just liquor. You get soda, like you get juice, like anything you want to drink on board is yours. Like, my drink of choice was Red Bull, the tropical Red Bull, pineapple. And when I drank that, oh God, it gave me energy. Like, it like woke me up, because I definitely needed that Juve morning. All right, so back to the pricing. So to me, it ended up being worth it, because once I started looking at everything we had, because once you got on board, like, the party started, you had the music, you had like mini concerts. Oh, and then your outfits. So before you even get to the boat, so we already took prices. So before you even get to the boat, make sure you plan this stuff out. Make sure you plan out your outfits. Make sure you bring the right amount of shoes. Make sure you bring the right amount of clothes. Definitely know what's going on in the boat, so you know what to pack, so you're not overpacking, because these bags can get heavy. Going, my bag was like 53, but coming back, I was able to even them out. I did bring 2 bags. I was able to even them out between 2 bags. Most people had 2 bags. It is 9 days. I was able to even it out. We also brought chairs, like, with us, the little foldy chairs that you got in the little bag. We brought those, but they made a one-way trip. We left them there in Trinidad. I have an ex in Trinidad. We did link up. He has the car, so he did take us around. Made sure we were good. My friends that know the situation was like, oh, so you was hanging out. Like, yeah, we cool, we good. I'm not mad, I'm not sad. I don't hate him. Like, he's actually my homie. Like, that's my homie. Like, we good. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't feel no way. I'm actually thankful. I'm humble. Like, I'm thankful. I don't feel no way. Like, at the end of the day, we're friends, and I'm cool with that. But back to the clothes. So, make sure you have the right amount. I packed maybe 4 pair of shoes. I had 2 sandals, pair of winter shoes, and my boots, and then the sneakers I wore. So I had 5 pair of shoes, because 1 is on your feet. So I wore sneakers there. I had 2 different kind of sandals to wear. I had a pair of winter shoes, flip-flops, and then my boots for carnival. So I had 6. I did have 6 pair of shoes, but the boots didn't make it bad. Oh God. When I put my boots on, they were old anyway. You definitely don't want no new shoes. No new shoes for carnival. Oh God. Definitely make sure they're seasoned shoes, or you put the Dr. Soul's insert in them, so you got extra comfort on your feet. These shoes are so old. I didn't even put them on, because I'm like, they old. I'm good. I felt every pebble, every crack. It felt like I was walking on the ground. I was so devastated when it came to my feet, but I had to keep moving. I had these are shoes I brought, so I had to wear them. But my feet, I felt every pebble. I felt like I was walking barefooted. That's how bad the shoes were. Anywho, I wore them. So make sure you got the correct right amount of shoes with you. Make sure you got the right amount of clothes. Definitely bring workout clothes. Definitely bring multiple bathing suits. Like, plan to wear a bathing suit every day. Or if you the type of person you can wear the same bathing suit every day, do that. Like, I like wearing a different bathing suit every day. So I basically bought like 9 bathing suits, even though I wasn't getting in the water for 9 days. But I had the 9 bathing suits. Bring the workout clothes because part of the itinerary, like you won't get the itinerary right away for the boat. So do plan like to have some extra outfits, but like closer to the trip, like more so like the week of is more so set in stone what you're doing versus you wanting to more know 30 days out, 40 days out, so that you're more together. Because I'm a planner. When I tell you I plan to the T, my outfits are written out. Like that's how much I plan. I write it out like Monday, Tuesday, what I'm wearing from head to toe every second of the day. I basically change my clothes like 3 times a day because you got when you wake up, that outfit you wearing to breakfast or whatever you slept in. I mean, I brought like 3 pair of pajamas, but I probably wore 2. So like if you're not going to step out and go to breakfast in your pajamas, so what are you going to wear for the day per se? So that might be like a little gym outfit because some people actually did go to the gym before they went and ate. Maybe you're going to put your pool outfit on before you go to breakfast because once you go to breakfast, you're going to get in a pool or a hot tub or whatever. So, just plan out your outfits. Each his own. Whatever is up to you. I like to change like 3 times a day. It's my breakfast outfit, my swimwear, and then what I'm wearing for the day. And then what I'm wearing for the day also might be my nightwear. So my day wear might have been my swimsuit, and then my nightwear is something totally different. But definitely make sure you have enough clothes. Even bring some extra tights, extra t-shirt, just because. So for me, I made sure I covered my arms. So I will post some pictures when you'll see like my arms is always covered because I did lose 130 pounds. Thanks for me. Thanks. Go me. So until I handle what's going on with these arms, I don't like to show them. I just don't. That's just my preference. I don't want to look crazy at all. All right, so how was the boat? It was everything. How was the food? So the food was good. Don't get me wrong. They definitely did their thing. They had the pigtails and the sauce and the doubles. So they basically did their thing with the food. However, I feel like it was just missing something. So even though I have doubles, I still want this tamarind sauce, or I want this with it, or I want that with it. So it's like even though you had the food, I felt like it was missing the sauces. So it's like even though I got pigtail, I might want some garlic sauce on my stuff, or I might want it with French fries or macaroni salad. Like I just felt like it was missing something. Even though we had it, it was not every single food session, just sometimes. And it's just preference. Other people might have loved it. They had no complaint. And I'm not saying it's a complaint, like they just thought nothing of it. It was just like, oh, they got it, okay. Yeah. So that's just my preference. I felt like it needed something else. And then some of the stuff was salty to me, but that's for me, my taste. It just felt a little salty. Now, Trini, when we got to Trini, the food, gosh, I didn't get to hit my stomping grounds. I feel like I'm going to take a side trip just to make sure I go back to hit my stomping grounds because it's been over a year. And I haven't, or has it been 2 years? Has it been over 2 years? It's been over 2 years. And I have not had my Petrage. Like, I got to get a roti from there. Like, I got to get doubles from this certain college place we go and get the, like, I did none of that. Like, I really do feel away. However, the places we did eat it was so. And I did get to see Marshall as soon as we touched down on Friday. We went to a place to go eat because immediately I wanted to go eat. And Marshall Montana was there. Shout out to Marshall for taking pictures and selfies with everybody and showing love to everybody, even though he was in there chilling himself. And he's a big, big soca artist for Trinidad. He's a big soca artist, period. But he's definitely the king, the Michael Jackson of Trinidad. If you want to compare him to somebody, how Mike is for the US. He's definitely the Michael Jackson of Trinidad. How was the weather? Oh gosh, the weather was good. So I'm always cool. If you see me, I be having gloves on, sleeves, you name it. I'm cool. Anything under 73, I'm like, if I not, and when I was younger, I used to be like, oh gosh, it's 90 degrees out here. Why do these older people got windbreakers on? I understand. I understand. I understand. When I tell you, when the wind blows, I'm chilly. And you like, this is a nice breeze. Mm-mm. It's a cold breeze to me. The parties. So definitely make sure you pack and know what parties you're hitting. Because one, your footwear is important. But two, you just want to make sure, like, if it's this is for me, this is my personal preference. If it is a fete, that's parties fete. If it's a fete that has a theme, you want to dress up for the theme. You want to be part of the ambiance. This is one party we went to, Soca Brainwash, and mind you, these parties are included in the boat package. Parties on their own, like all-inclusive party in Trinidad, that includes your drinks and your food. When I tell you the food is top tier. Top tier. The food we was getting there, like, was crazy. All the food booths, all the drinks that was there, Hennessy, they giving out cups, like, everybody giving out cups, the fancy cups you had just to even be in the party. You take your cup around. They even had liquor popsicles. There's girls walking around with trays of popsicles, and you go up to the booth with the popsicles, with the water, right? You name it, they had it. And what did they have in it? Liquor. Everything has liquor. And these parties are very expensive. So if you brought it on your own, I think the ticket price started at $250. And I even seen the ticket go all the way up to like $400. Yeah, I don't know what the $400 ticket included, because just for me being, I'll take general admission. Just to be in there eating and drinking, I was cool. And listening to the music and all the craziness. Yeah, I was cool with that. But I think two all-inclusive parties is included in our ticket, which is perfect. The other big thing that was included in our ticket was Juve. That's another whole separate thing from Carnival. Like, people know about the pretty mask with the feathers and the bathing suit, and you cute when you got the sparkles and your faces done up, and then it's Juve. Juve. That's the Monday before all the prettiness starts. It's the craziness. It starts at like 3 in the morning. We was up at 1 a.m. to make sure we meet up at 2. I don't think we left till like 3:30 to go meet up with the band. So we probably started more like 4-ish. Yeah. Like 4 a.m. We're out. Like, in the streets, already drinking, because they feed you breakfast, get a little food in you, but they also have drinks they're giving you. So it's like, you're doing all this before you even hit the streets. So you also need something that you're willing to throw away. Like, I had some tights that I cut up, and of course they give you a shirt. You cut that up, they give you a cup so you can get drinks and all that other stuff, and I'll show all of that while you're watching a visual of what the trucks look like. But they have all this stuff for your pleasure, and it's included in this ticket price. So is it worth it? Absolutely. So make sure when you pack for Juve, you have stuff that you want to throw away. Like, you wear tights that you don't mind throwing away. You wear some shoes that you don't mind getting dirty and busted up, because you have paint, oil, mud, water, and chocolate. Those are the things, and powder. Those are the things that they could throw in. In my specific band I played with was called Cocoa Devil. So theirs was chocolate. But it's depending on the band you get with, depends on what they're going to be throwing the most. But most bands is paint, chocolate, powder, mud, oil, and then Cocoa Devils was chocolate. And then you can do extra parties. On Saturday night, we did Panorama, and they have stands. So The locals, they more so, not saying the locals don't go on the stands, but they more so out and lingering, like playing the let out type stuff on the sidelines, got their little foldy chairs. And since we was on the locals, we played the let out style, like on the side or whatever, like we normally do every year anyway. However, with the boat, you can go up in the stands. So the stands is right there at the stage. All you had to do was show your boat card. We was able to go right in there. We didn't do that because we was locals. However, that was included in the boat. So again, cha-ching, like making it's more value than what you see on paper. Once you get on the boat, start doing stuff, and you seeing how much value is really put into what's happening while you're there. Like it was really worth it. Cause you think like it X the ticket price of us trying to get to Trinidad. Let me rewind. Trying to get to Trinidad is crazy. These flights are full, oversold, weight restricted. I had purchased Carnival. When you get there the weekend of this, yeah, it's a wrap. It's don't try to do no standby buddy passes and that. Like that is a thing. Don't do that because I'm in the airline world. Don't do that. Buy a ticket. I had bought a ticket one year, and not only were we delayed 2 hours taken off, but they were weight restricted. So they needed 5 people to get off, and if they didn't get off, then they was gonna cancel the flight. Luckily, somebody did the unbelievable. They was like, "Look, America only offering this amount of money. Everybody, how much money y'all got?" She walked through the plane, collected money from people, and said, "This is for the last person that get off." Somebody jumped up, snatched the money in her hand, and there we go. Door closed, we out. But yeah, it went out weight restricted. So the best part about this boat was we left from San Juan. We left from U.S. soil. Like you're not gonna have too much trouble getting to San Juan. San Juan is a very easy. I wish it was Miami, but San Juan is an easy destination to get to in a nutshell. Definitely watch those ticket prices because San Juan can get expensive. However, if you buy it well in advance, you can get it for a very good price for $100 each way, $125, $150. I think we paid $150 each way. Yeah, because our ticket was like $250 round trip. So yeah, make sure you, if you gonna hop on, you hop on those tickets right away. Make sure you match up your ticket to the dates you're going. Now I did that before for a hotel in Miami. I was so pissed off. I know the dates I clicked on, but when it populated a today's date, which was like the same date for the month I needed, which was crazy. Anywho, I ended up booking the wrong day, and yeah, they would not honor anything. Like they were just like, "Yeah, you snooze, you lose." I'm like, why would I buy a hotel at like 2 a.m? They was like, people do that. I was just like, whatever. So yeah, I lost out. It is what it is. However, so the parties is included. It was worth it. Make sure you dress for the themes. Make sure you check your dates. It was kids on the boat, y'all. Was a lot of kids? No. This boat did not cater to the kids. However, it was kids on the boat. And they was doing their own thing, minding their business. You still did whatever you did. And yeah, it was just kids on the boat. That's all. I thought like the ones I've been on in the past, it wasn't this specific cruise, adult only. So I assumed it was going to be adult only. It wasn't. It was definitely kids on the boat. So I didn't see them not saying it was going to be kids next year because I'll only assume it's still going to be kids. It's probably even more kids next year. That's all I can imagine. So yeah, that was that. And I'm going to post a link of how to get booked for next year. Let me also tell about the physical part of it. So as you know, I do have MS. I am an MS warrior. I have multiple sclerosis. So the physical part of all of this for me and how it was for me. So already, just before I even open my eyes and start my day and get to walking around, I'm tired. I'm exhausted, even though I just slept. And I might have slept good, even though I didn't sleep. It's not my bed. But I still slept. I got some rest. And I'm already tired. So just me being there and just being able to be alert to be there. Like that was enough for me. Like I'm so chill. Like I don't have to dance and all that stuff. Like that's for my mom to do. Like my mom, she won't get up and dance. Now I don't have enough energy for that. Like it's either I'm there, but you want me there and dancing. Like that's too much energy for me. I don't have enough energy for that. However, next year I kind of do want to get myself a little boosted to do a little bit of those exercise classes because they did look like they had a really good time. And my mom did participate in them. I'll show you some of those clips. But it really was fun for her just to see her. So maybe next year, hopefully, I'll have enough energy to join in. So that's my goal right now. As I go to therapy and as I continue to work out. I did make it 17 miles in one day. Now that my body after that was screaming. I've been back for a week now. My body is still screaming. BioFreeze has been my best friend. The professional one has been my best friend. I've been getting rubbed down with that before I left, while I was there. Now that I'm back, I've been getting rubbed down with that. My body was on a fire, especially that day. The next day, I definitely sat my butt down. Carnival's 2 days. Monday is more so fun. It's a lot of just fun, let loose. This is how it's gonna go for Tuesday. Tuesday is more competition. You got your stuff on, you ready, the big feathers, all that stuff. Yeah. Tuesday, I was not about that life. We had our foldy chairs, we went in town and we sat down and enjoyed the vibes. That's exactly what we did because my body was still screaming. But the road for me, I made it. How did I make it? With my head down. With my head down because the streets, oh gosh, the streets. Potholes, cracky feet, cracky ground, like uneven cobblestones, bricks, uneven bricks, stuff not laid right. Like, and then the way the street is, it's like it's curved. Even though it's like up in the middle, and then as it goes down to the side, it curves down. So for me, that throws me. Oh gosh, when I'm on surface that is not even, my balance is so crazy right now. So when I'm on uneven surfaces, it throws me. Like, so my mom at one point, like, cause you got your cup in your hand, you going down the street, you got your cup. At one point, my mom was like, "Give me," like, Mom, I promise you, I am not drunk. Like, Mom, I promise you, I'm not drunk. I'm just trying to navigate the ground. Like, I more so watch my feet. When I was going, I tripped maybe 3 times when I was there and like sent my phone flying, and I got a good ass case. Thank you, Amazon, because my phone did not crack. And when I tell you I threw it in them Trini streets as hard as hell, my screen should have cracked. Like, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, because Amazon, you gave me a good ass case. When I tell you my case did not crack at all, I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked. But anywho, so yeah, just navigating for me. So it was the heat. I'm drinking. The streets is uneven. My balance is crazy. So can I walk and dance? No, you wasn't getting all that from me. I was just chipping. So they call it chipping, but you just walk into the beat. So I was just chipping, just trying to keep up. Yeah, that's all I had in me. It took even more energy because remember, you're also in the sun. It took even more energy to dance. So I was okay with chipping. I just want to be there. I'm okay with existing in the moment. I don't have to be the moment. I really don't. Like, not at all. I'm okay with existing in the moment. I'm good. So let's see. Carnival for next year. Let me tell you the dates. It's definitely going to be up on my thing. But let's definitely talk dates. It's always the Monday, Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. So when it's Fat Tuesday here in the U.S., just know it's Carnival in Trinidad. Oh, and then also what also was included in our package, I do have to say this. Tobago. Like what? The water, I've been to Tobago one time, and I tell you, the water is so different from Trinidad. Even they're two separate islands as one. It's called Trinidad and Tobago. They're definitely two separate islands. It takes you maybe 2 hours on a boat to get there, and like if you catch a plane, they do have planes that go back and forth. I think the plane ride is like 20 minutes, not even. Our boat went to Tobago, and it was a beach day. Like the water, oh gosh, wait till you see these pictures. The water was breathtaking. They had the DJ, they had concert on the beach. It was food there for purchase. We went to souvenirs, all that stuff. So make sure you bring, well, no, don't bring your money. Get their money. You definitely, I use the ATM when I go. Some people change over money. Just know when we get there on Friday, you gotta get out. Soon as you get off the boat, go to the bank, the ATM, whatever, because once the afternoon hit, them ATM lines are long. It's Friday, it's Carnival weekend. The locals want their money too. So yeah, the bank lines is long, and depending on which bank it is, they're closed by 12. Like, I still have old Trini money, so Trinidad got new money. I still have old currency, and I was trying to switch it over. It was only like maybe $6-10. However, it's money. I want to change my money over. It's only one bank that does it, Central Bank. And when I found out where the bank was, and because they had a big party outside the bank, and when I found out that was the bank, and I made it inside, the bank had closed at 12. I got there at 12:20. And they were closed till about Wednesday. We left Tuesday night. So yeah, I didn't get to change over my money. So I still have old CC money. So my next trip, I plan to make sure I change over the money. However, make sure you use the ATM, because that's what I like to use, the ATM. And get your money. So I wanted to share the dates for next year, because I want to see y'all. Like, y'all ask how you do this, how you go. Meet me on a boat next year. It is worth the money because Tobago is included. So the dates for next year is February 11th through the 20th, 2026. So the boat leaves from San Juan on February 11th, and it docks back February 20th. So we will be there for Valentine's Day. Well, I can only imagine the parties. So make sure you pack your red. And Trini is a red country anyway. Their flag is black, white, red. So make sure you pack your red and your sweetheart and bring them to Carnival with you. That QR code will be posted. Tell them Armani Bari sent you. But it's worth it. At the end of the day, this back to Trini experience, I was with thousands. So again, this was a manifestation. It was thousands there. And I went back with thousands. Like, it had to be over 1,000 people on the boat, at least. It was a lot of us on the boat. Did they pack out the boat? No. However, they didn't have to. And I believe when we docked, so they have two different experiences on the boat. So it's the 9-day experience, and then they also have a 6-day experience. The 6-day experience includes when we dock in Trinidad. When we dock on Friday, they allow people to get on the boat and use it as their hotel for the time we were docked, because we were docked from Friday till Tuesday night, really. And that was their floating hotel, basically. And it still included food and drinks. So that's also an option too. If you're already in Trinidad, because when we dock, to be honest, when we dock, you do miss out on some of the major parties, like Marshall Monday. I think Voice has Wednesday, or Kess has Wednesday. Somebody has Wednesday. Every big artist has their own day. Marshall Monday is definitely a thing. You want to be there for that. Like, some of the biggest fets is like a week before Carnival weekend. I've been doing Carnival I've been playing Carnival since 2010. I've been going to Carnival, I want to say, since 2009. So, yeah. I'm just ready to chill. This is a chill thing. If you want to just ease in to Carnival. If this you a first timer, this is good for you. This is a route to go. So with that said, I hope this was informative, a very informational podcast for you. Just make sure you reach out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow to my channel. And I do thank you as always for being here. And happy Easter, depending on when you watch this, because this is my Easter backdrop. It's just one of my mini selfie concept spots in my house. So again, happy Easter. Happy Women's History Month. To my MS warriors, keep your strength. It is MS Awareness Month. Stay tuned for my post about the MS Walk. I definitely want to see you there. I want you to support me and show me love. And Armani Bari podcast is, of course, going to be the sponsor. So make sure you show us love at the walk. And as always, may I never appear that I live the perfect life, but my movements reflect that life was lived. I love those that live through me, and I pray you live your best one as well. God brought me to this. He'll get me through this. Amen. Have a good night, y'all. Stay blessed.